Okay, I'd like to call this meeting order. Please rise for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the
United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Eric Donovan.
Here.
Ms. Hudson.
Here.
Ms. Kelly.
Here.
Mr. Farrell.
Here.
Mr. Hero.
Here.
Mr. Murray.
Here.
Mr. White.
Here.
Mr. Long.
Here.
Mr. Baker.
Here.
Ms. Riley.
Anything else, President? Public notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act is given by the clerk in the following manner. 1, posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Clerk's office on December 5th, 2025, and 2, posted on the Borough of Runnemede's website. The approval of minutes, the first is a motion is in order for the approval of minutes for the January 27th, February 3rd, and February 24th meetings as submitted by the deputy clerk, as each member has received copies of the same. Is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, is there a second?
I'll second it.
Second by Ms. Passio, all in favor?
Aye.
The minutes are approved.
Oh, I'm sorry, can I change that? Well, because I wasn't here for the 27th, and I wasn't here for the second. Okay, I wasn't here.
Okay, proclamation. First we have is a recognizing the Department of Public Works. We do this every year to thank our Public Works employees.
I'm sorry. This is not that normal one. This was in recognition of how they handled the snow. Remember, it was emailed to everyone.
Okay, I apologize.
It's nothing to do with that.
All right, well, it's for what I thought, obviously thanking them, but I'll read it to everyone. All right. In recognition of the Runnemede Department of Public Works, whereas the Department of Public Works is an integral part of the Borough of Runnemede, often working behind the scenes to keep the borough operating. And whereas the Department of Public Works employees have the responsibility of providing services during inclement weather, and whereas the winter of 2026 brought severe back-to-back storms, creating logistical issues in snow removal, and whereas their coordinated effort to keep residents informed and the streets clear and safe reflects commitment and dedication. Now, therefore, be resolved that the governing body of the Borough of Runnemede does hereby proclaim the Department of Public Works be recognized for its outstanding response, dedication, and commitment in providing vital services during inclement weather. Thank you, Harry and Nick. And all the other guys that helped you guys out. Made my life easy. I don't think I got a single phone call. Maybe because I turned my phone on. Okay. We do have another proclamation. I apologize. Now this is National Donate Life Month. By becoming an organ, eye, and tissue donor, one individual can save and heal the lives of more than 75 people. During National Donate Life Month, we honor the compassion and generosity of registered donors, donor families, and living donors. We recognize the commitment of medical professionals, researchers, national partners, and all those who work tirelessly to save and heal lives through donation and transplantation. Whereas more than 103,000 Americans and over 2,550 New Jerseyans are currently on the national transplant waiting list. Whereas another person is added to the waiting list every 8 minutes. And on average, 17 people die each day waiting for a life-saving organ transplant. Whereas the most effective way to address the health crisis is to educate and encourage citizens to commit to the following actions. Register your decision to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor in the National Donate Life Registry at registerme.org or at your local motor vehicle center, and learn more about living donation and donatelife.net. Whereas the Mayor of Runnemede, New Jersey feels that the Donate to Life cause of saving and healing lives through organ, eye, and tissue donation is an immediate and worthwhile importance. And therefore, I, Nick Kapados, on behalf of the Borough of Runnemede, do proclaim that Runnemede, New Jersey observes April as National Donate Life Month. Thank you. And on a note, I am an organ donor. And on a morbid note, my sister-in-law did pass because she didn't get a kidney transplant. So a liver transplant. So those things are tough. But not everyone is a good candidate, but we do our best. Let's get on to our agenda. Okay, we have first reading tonight is Ordinance 2609, is amending Chapter 316 of the Code of the Borough of Runnemede entitled Solid Waste. Specifically 316-3 to regulate the disposal of medical waste and radioactive materials and to update collection requirements. I don't know if everybody got a chance to see it. It was passed out a little late. Obviously, tonight is only a first reading. We've already got some comments from some of the members of council. Basically, to those in the audience, the issue we were having is some people in town take advantage of the lack of enforcement in our trash ordinance, meaning that most people just put their trash out, it's not a big deal. There are people in town that sometimes put excessive amounts out, or sometimes put things out that are above and beyond what is expected from our Public Works Department and our shared service agreement with Belmar and Mount Ephraim to pick up our trash. So, Bob, did you at least want to say, or Richie, did you want to say the one thing about notifications so maybe the whole group understands?
Yeah,
The microphone.
I think it just, when it says in writing, sometimes if you put in writing, you might have the waste that you're trying to get out more than a week or two, so I think just a phone call would be better.
So the issue, Harry, Nick, yeah, let me just say, the part of the ordinance says that if you're going to have excessive amounts of trash, you need to notify the borough you're going to have excessive amounts. The current ordinance written right now says you have to put it in writing. And I don't disagree. Maybe we can use the word notification and then make a method to even just notify on the website, an email, something that you guys know. But I understand what you're saying.
Monitor it a little bit more.
Yeah. The biggest issue is trying to identify the people who are putting too much out and the wrong stuff of products out. You got that, Harry? Nick, is that okay? Dan?
Yeah, let's make it between the readings.
Okay. So at this time, a motion is in order for the first reading. Obviously, we're allowed to make these changes. Would someone like to make a motion to adopt on first reading this new ordinance?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Mr. White. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Farrell. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Garcia?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Spiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
All right, that's first reading. We do a second reading 30 days from now after we advertise. Resolution 2663 is a resolution confirming 2026 appointments. I believe this is for a new Class 2 police officer. Class 1, I'm sorry. Class 1, Michael DeWiski. DeWiski? How do you pronounce his name?
Kowalski.
Waski, pardon me, Michael. He's going to be going to the academy for a couple of weeks, and hopefully will be on our department as soon as possible. Would someone like to make a motion to pass?
I'll make that motion. I'll
Motion
second
by
that
Ms. Kelly,
motion.
second by Ms. Passio. Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Garcia?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Spiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
All right. That resolution is approved. We have committee reports. First report is Finance and Administration. Councilman Merrick.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, just a reminder to everybody that our financial disclosures are due by 4:30. If you haven't done your financial disclosure yet, they are due by the end of the month. We are in the process of entering a shared service agreement with Barrington for QPA. The paperwork's being drawn up and we're working on that as we speak. We have numbers in from the 2 storms that we had. I know we spoke about it with
Do you
the...
want to tell people what a QPA is? Because I don't think everybody knows.
It's basically a purchasing agent for, our purchasing agent's going to help Barrington out until their person's trained. So they're kind of stuck, they had a retirement, and so we're going to pitch in and help them out, and it's a shared service agreement that we're going to do. So we have some numbers in from the 2 storms that we had this winter, the 2 large storms. Without labor costs, we're looking at around $61,400 with the labor costs and everything added in. We did submit money into, and we're waiting for approval from FEMA of a total of $89,300. So we'll see how that goes. And that was for the February 22nd storm. And then just so everybody knows, I keep an eye on the cannabis tax for the town. I know a lot of residents are concerned with that. For the first quarter of this year, the borough took in about $87,000 in cannabis tax, which is a 58% increase over last year. So the cannabis business is doing well. That's both, yes. Yeah, so that's both of them. So, and what's a point? So, we're looking at keeping, we're fighting our taxes is what we're doing, and that's helping us.
2.5 cents.
Yeah, it's 2.5 cents, so it's saving
It's
us.
$100,000 per penny. Yeah.
So everybody asks me all the time, where's the cannabis money? I mean, not just residents, but in each department. Every department wants the cannabis money. The cops want it, the firemen want it. Harry would love to have it. But everybody asks, and it's just like it kind of goes into everything to help keep our taxes the best we can. Even though it's not always a great situation for us, we do the best we can to keep everything down for everybody. So with that, Mr. Mayor, report progress.
Okay, thank you. Okay, public safety, Ms. Kelly.
Thank you, Mayor. Our police department was very busy this month. They had 1,128 calls for service. They issued 249 motor vehicle summonses. They had 59 arrests. And motor vehicle accidents, 24. 7 hours of overtime, and that's amazing when you're putting over 1,000 hours of service in there. And they had to use Narcan 1 time. Our fire department had 29 calls for service, 24 in Runnemede, and then 5 for mutual aid outside of our municipality. The fire company did not require any mutual aid due to a dropped assignment. Runnemede Fire Company was awarded $3,135 from the Colonial Pipeline to purchase 1 Turtle electric vehicle nozzle system. This is a low-profile, high-flow firefighting device designed to be deployed under a vehicle to deliver large volumes of water directly onto an EV battery to control thermal runaway. And as you know, those batteries, when they explode, they need this kind of special kind of water flow that will keep it under control to some degree. Okay, the fire marshal had 69 inspections. He collected $7,078 in fees. He had 2 investigations, and that's the fire department. I'll move on to EMS. And you know this is a shared service with Barrington and Haddon Heights. They had 134 transports. They had 65 refusals, 22 recalls, no standbys, 3 deaths on arrival. They did not need any public assistance. And totally they handled in Barrington 88 calls, in Heights 57, Runnemede 54. So they had a response time of approximately 6.92 minutes to Runnemede.
That's unusual, Eleanor. We were the lowest of the 3 towns last month. Is that what you got there?
Yeah.
I got the report.
Barrington 88, Heights 57, Runnemede 54.
We're the largest of the 3 towns, and normally we get the most calls.
And that was February's report. I'm going to read March.
Everybody stayed inside in February. Okay.
They had 194 transports in March. They had 76 refusals, 25 recalls, no standbys, death on arrival 2, public assistance 1, and they handled 90 calls in Barrington, 74 in Heights, and 95 in Runnemede.
You may back up.
Yeah. The time to get to Runnemede calls was 6.83 minutes. And that is my report, Mayor.
Thank you. Sorry about that. I thought it was an unusual number for us to hear that number. One little note, since you brought up Colonial Pipeline, and those of you here, I did get a phone call today from the Turnpike Authority's representative. Colonial got sold, in case anyone didn't know this. They usually notify the police department, fire, and all of us. to another company, and this new company is now sort of renegotiating with the widening of the turnpike. So just so everyone's aware, we are staying on top of the hotel, it was approved to be converted into apartments, market rate apartments, but it's been delayed because of the widening of the turnpike. So this new company came in and they've got a little bit of different concerns. So we'll see how this plays out. So the only thing I want to make sure that council, we're still moving forward. We've already had this plan. I keep saying that, of course, we're here to support the agreement we already have. The issue is it keeps getting delayed. So I don't know what that means to our agreement. I know it means that we're not collecting the income we would be collecting for the property taxes if the property was done, but I think we still have to be open-minded to try to get that property back on the tax rolls, or at a better rate. But thank you, reminding me of Colonial Pipeline. I don't think the name's changed, but the ownership has changed. Okay, public events, Ms. Passio.
Thank you, Mayor. Council. Let's see, Youth Mayor and Council's coming up. We haven't picked the names yet, but we will be doing that tonight privately.
Yes.
And then we will have a special meeting on Friday, April 24th, we will be swearing in our youth mayor and council. And that will be at 6:30. We'll ask the kids to come in at 5:30, and then we'll go over and prepare them for the swearing in, and they will take over our place here. We will have some food and refreshments also. We are hoping that our past mayors, which would be Arabini, Hartman, and Jimmy Betteridge, will be here also. We also have a shredding event coming up, and that will be on April 25th on a Saturday from 10 to 1. Please remember that the shredding is not done here. It will be done in a secure area. It will be taken away from here and be done in a secure area. And we also have our Pike Jam coming up, which is May 9th from 12 to 9:30 with the drone show at the end. So it should be a really nice event. We will also be celebrating our centennial. Memorial Day will be, it's always been at 12 noon. Our Memorial Day service will be at 11 a.m. right outside by the Harry Williams.
The new stage.
On our new stage, yes, absolutely, on our new stage. And we also have a big tent for our visitors to sit under. And that's progress right now.
Thank you. The only thing I'll say about the two events coming up is, as Patsy and I are talking about, we need obviously a schedule and agenda for both the April meeting, because even though it is a council meeting, it's just the kids are going to be doing, council doesn't necessarily have to do anything, but we're going to be, letting the kids come up here, give them an agenda. I've spoken to Mr. Yarabini, Mr. Hartman, and Ms. Betteridge. I'm expecting them to be here. We can do something with them, and with an agenda and schedule for that. And same thing for the May 9th, working with the chamber on the schedule of events. It's when council is expected to be there. When Patty said we'll maybe give something to the youth mayor and council at our Pike Jam. That'll maybe bring those kids out. Still trying to figure out how to bring the kids out to Memorial Day. I don't know how we get them.
I do believe we have some scouts coming out on Memorial Day. So I did talk to one scout leader, so I'm hoping that they will show up.
Yeah, and we moved it up to 11 o'clock to help out with the VFW because we work together with the VFW for them and their events. Okay, thank you. Engineering, Mr. Farrell.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I'm going to go with my focus.
Okay, no problem, thank you. Public Works and Construction, Mr. White.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, I'm going to go with my caucus report, and construction department doing well and progress.
Okay, thank you. Parks and Rec, Mr. Sapiro.
Yeah, just rely on caucus, but just want to remind everybody, opening day is for RYAs this weekend, April 11th, this Saturday, at the parade starts at 10 o'clock. And
The parade started in this parking lot.
at 10 o'clock, and the ceremony starts at a field, a major field at 10:30, approximately 10:30. So try to get there by 10:20.
Right, well, is everyone planning on making it there this week?
Yes, I'll be there.
RYAA field, right?
Yeah. I will be there. It is Greek Easter. I don't know why.
The following week, April 18th, is softball at softball field at 1 p.m.
Okay. But the girls are walking in the parade, correct?
Girls, all the organizations in Runnemede are walking in the parade. The girls just have their other opening day on the weekend.
Okay, sounds great, thank you. And for those of you in the audience, we have a captive audience, and we are getting lights at all the fields, almost all the fields. That work will be starting in the next, I think about next month or so. Lights at the senior field, the major field, the girls' major field, and then the 2 softball fields at the park. And so, soccer fields at the park, so that should be good. All right, solicitors report, anything?
My discussion will be held in executive session, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Engineers report, Mr. Bayshore? Could you at least, because what you and I discussed, I just want everybody on council, because did you send that out to everyone, that email, only to me? Okay. I'm just going to let you know, because I was confused. We're doing Johnson Avenue, as everyone knows. Johnson's getting done. Our new application for Johnson Avenue, the second half of Johnson Avenue is due. I think the original estimate was about $711,000, but the state, through the gas tax, only gave us less than $300,000. And we're going to be running a few, based on Mark's estimates, anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000 short to do phase 2. And so we'll have to make a decision from the finance department. You know, do we have enough money already in bond to finish the road, or to do it? Because we have to have the money prior to going out for bid, I believe.
Just has to have the money for us to design.
Oh, so it's the upfront cost you were saying. I mean, I really misread that entire letter. Did you understand what he was saying? I missed it.
Yes, this is generally broken down for every road project. We have the choice to add a little more to construction or
Speak in the microphone so everybody can enjoy our finance discussion.
we get 2 alternates when they go to design
Yes.
every road project. And basically what they do is they break down the costs with the DOT allowable grant funding.
Percentages for design, inspection, all that kind of stuff. I saw that.
But also now, DOT is also taking away what we can put towards
Okay.
the grant funding as well. So what we want to do is decide between, do we want more of that funding to go towards construction, which is generally what we do on every road project. We want more of it to go towards the road.
Yes.
We want more of the road to get fixed.
Then the borough covers the design costs and things like that.
And
Okay.
it's usually anywhere between $10,000 and $20,000 that we're making a decision on,
Okay.
whether it's alternate 1 or alternate 2 in the designing process.
Well, I think we're always trying to get more of a road done, so I agree. Everything costs more money, so we just have to figure that out before we do. I misunderstood. I saw Johnson being done, and I don't mean to make you talk. I know you probably snuck in here, thought you weren't going to say anything tonight.
I was trying to rely on caucus, but
Yeah.
Johnson Phase 1 is out to bid right now.
Yes.
We're receiving bids right before your next caucus.
Okay, so the end of April. Okay.
We'll open the work in May,
Okay, great.
and then we'll start designing the second phase. And that job has the base bid and that alternate, depending on what gets awarded, that will be the start of the 2020.
That'll start the next one. Okay, but our application's already in with the DOT.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, great. Sorry about that, guy. I do get emails during the day, and I try to read them, but I don't read them well enough. Okay, was there anything else? Nothing else? Okay. Anything additional, Shelley or Beth? Anything else? Okay, this is easy. Payment of bills. Is there a motion to pay the monthly bills?
I make a motion to pay the monthly bills.
Motion by Ms. Patsy. Is there a second? Second by Mr. Shapiro. Roll call, please.
Ms. Patio?
Yes.
Ms. Kelly?
Yes.
Mr. Farrell?
Yes.
Mr. Shapiro?
Yes.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
Mr. White?
Yes.
All right, the bill shall be paid. This portion of the meeting is good and welfare. Anyone wishing to speak, please come to the microphone. All you have to do is say your name and your street. You don't have to, or town. Town. We don't do addresses anymore for privacy reasons.
I'm Laura Aceto from Runnemede, and this is Lorraine Costello. We're local residents, and we are having a persistent trash problem from one of our neighbors, and we haven't been able to get a solution. We're trying to remain anonymous as far as complaining to them personally, and it's been going on for months now, since at least before Christmas. They have trash cans close to the street with no lids on them. There's constant trash all over the street on our end of the block. We're constantly picking up from our own properties, their trash. There's animals that get into the trash and spread it out even further. They don't put trash out on trash days. They don't put their recycles out on recycle day. It just builds up.
Now, we've been out there at least once with code enforcement, and we got it cleaned up the one time, but then within a week, the same issue happened.
Yeah.
So the only mechanism we have is code enforcement. But code enforcement, and jump in anyone, is the progress. So we would write them up once, write them up a second time, and keep progressively until we start, bring them in front of court, fine them.
Well, we don't want to, I don't know if we want to go that far.
That's how the law's written. The law is written that if you don't follow the law, you eventually will end up in front of a judge.
Well, there's no lids in trash cans. And there is an ordinance for that, because I think.
We have a lot of ordinances, yeah, and you can see.
We just passed that.
And you see we're having the opposite problem, where people are putting too much trash out, as opposed to these people not putting it out properly. And they're supposed to hide their...
The ordinance covers that as well, though.
No, they understand that. The
Right.
cans shouldn't be in the front of the property, they're supposed to be in the side. I mean, I know our code enforcement, we have a new code enforcement official, he's been out there now, and the process has to start. People do have rights also, so they can say why they didn't do it, why they're not following the rules.
Well, do we have to keep calling to keep it?
So I will say, I know that's hard on you, but you're the people right across the street. So, I mean, you've sent me pictures. I would just continue the process. I mean, don't feel that it's my job. So just send it, and I'm not wrong, I'd rather you send it through the electronic portal, right?
Yeah, go through code enforcement.
Yeah, because then there's a record of it.
If you go on our website, it'll say SDL portal, and you'll be able to go in there and you can put in complaints. It can be anything.
And it's anonymous. So there's no record other than the fact that you made the complaint. Because remember, we're the ones, me is the one putting the complaint out.
I don't know if I should, well, like I said this to you before, I'm not against going out there and putting the trash out. But I don't want to go on, in this environment that we live in these days, I'm afraid to
It's
go.
completely up to you. You and I talked about being neighborly, but if it's not possible, let the process happen. But realize, government is a hatchet, it is not a scalpel. So if they don't do it, they get a warning. If they don't do it again, they get a fine. If they don't do it again, they can end up in jail. So I'm not trying to make you, but I'm just telling you, that's the law. The law has its process. But if they're not going to comply, and you know me, I'll go out there and clean up the trash with you. But, we just hope that they're good neighbors and they get it and don't want to waste the money.
They're not getting it.
Well, we got to start hitting them with more monetary fines. More monetary
What I
fines.
want to ask you is can the code enforcement, tell them that they need to have a lid on the trash can?
Absolutely.
please?
We can write everything up. And we do. Sometimes we write up, police officers will write 6 items or somebody. Same thing with code enforcement. We write all this down. Compliance is always the issue.
Compliance is always the goal with code enforcement, but it has to be backed up by, a negative consequence after the fact. So of course, that is our first goal, to prevent the problem, because we don't want to take them to court, and I don't think you want to appear in court. You just want the problem
I
fixed.
just want the trash office.
And that's our goal as well, but we have to be prepared for the carrot and the stick, essentially.
Okay, all right, okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mrs. Kelly, can I ask you a question?
It's streaming too.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How many stolen cars were in Runnemede this month? Do you know?
I do not. I'll definitely check with the chief, but he didn't say anything about stolen cars.
My neighbor got his car stolen last week.
Oh.
And I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Facebook with these people. They're just walking up to people's cars and trying to open their cars and go in their cars like every night, it seems like. So is this...
I'll check with the chief on that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wish to speak? Oh, Ms. Spencer? Yeah. Maria?
Kathy and I, Maria Venturella, Runnemede, New Jersey. Kathy and I met today. What will be our final planning meeting is going to be Tuesday night. This Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. Yeah, see if I can, somebody representative, because once again, council has to decide what time we're going to be there.
What is this for, Maria?
Centennial.
So like when the bands are going to play,
Where is this going to be?
Senior Center.
we're going to Senior Center Tuesday. Send something out again.
I'll be it's my library night, so
We'll be right there.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's the 14th.
6 o'clock?
6, based on Kathy being away.
But if you can let Kathy, like I said, to us, the most important thing for me at this point, I think members of council want to know when, yeah, agenda, that's what we're used to, or schedule. So if we're, gonna have a ribbon cutting at noon, we all there at the ribbon cutting, do we do our little hello at the beginning? Let the DJ, the band, whatever the agenda is. I'm trying to make Ed and Dan wear a suit for 9 hours, 10 times. These two guys over here too, long pants.
Just putting it out there before you get it official.
Okay, thanks, Maria.
Thank you. Thank you, Maria.
Nobody likes to wear a suit on in the summertime. Guys are tough. Anyone else? Yes. Good.
Going much for Runnemede resident? Can I hand these out to?
Sure.
To the clerk eventual.
Just give them to Beth.
Did you see a big tree fell behind my house? Did you see that?
I'm here tonight to talk about the TNR program and the impact that we have made in town after the many, many years that we've been doing traffic here. And
Can you
now-
get closer to the mic?
The microphone?
Yeah.
Is it working? Doesn't sound like it.
You can hold the button down, it turns down if nobody's.
Yeah, there's a battery in it.
I turned it on, but
You sure?
it's going out quick.
Is that working?
Yes, thank you.
So that paper that I gave you is a community cap pyramid, and we printed it so that you can see exactly how quickly, in cat world, how the population can really take off. And with us doing the TNR that we've done in town, we've kept many, many, many cats out of the shelter. And that's, the ultimate goal of, this program. And
Are you saying we need to do more TNR, or?
well, I just want you to know that right now it is kitten season, and
Because, last time we had an issue, we came up with money to do it. I know we appreciate your help with that. Do we need to budget this on a more yearly basis to
there's always going to be a need. There's always going to be
Oh.
a need. But I want you to know the impact of what we've done so far and going forward.
Yeah, no, we support it 100%. I know it was only $750 the last time, but if we have to do that every year,
That was just for one time. We've been doing this for 9 years.
I understand. And if it's still a problem, we can spend more money,
Well, I know that we do still have money in the budget. My concern is, with some of the current situations with what happens sometimes with, the complaints and how the complaints.
Well, would the complaints go away if we trap more and neuter more?
They will, but if.
Are you recommending that? Because that would make my life
I
easier.
always recommend that.
Well, I thought we got all those cats the last time. You think it changes, another cat can show up and change the,
Well, you'll hear from some of the residents tonight on how many cats, that we've helped them with. And I think, my concern is, keeping cats out of the shelter.
well, I don't think there's any, what's the reason, Dawn, that you feel that we need to know this again? Is there something happening that I'm not aware of?
No, I think that I'm trying not to speak about, some of the situations that are going in.
Well, the one situation we do have is that person has gone to court. That person has been in front of a judge, and that person was told by a judge to do something. Now, I don't know how everybody feels, but when someone tells you to do something, I'm under the impression that you're supposed to follow those rules. Now, we don't want to get to those points.
Well, we did get to that.
No, not we. We are doing our job.
Right.
Volunteers are doing their job.
Right.
When the property owner doesn't follow the judge's orders, that's where it gets a little more complicated. Yeah. And if the,
And the rules of the TNR program. We agree with the concept of it, but there's also limitations as well.
and if the animal control officer gives us a recommendation, why have an animal control officer if we're not going to follow his recommendation? Right? See, Dawn, that's where you're going to lose me.
Well, I think that I disagree with you on the way that, nuisance complaints are handled. And
Well, how should we handle them differently?
I guess we can certainly meet about that, and
No, I'm curious. I'm curious. So, a complaint, we just have people come up complaining about trash. Now, do I just discount that and say, they have to deal with the trash, you have to deal with the trash? You have to look at it every day. I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. Everyone who's in the audience, you heard me talk about the trash. Do I just say we don't do anything about the trash? Sorry. Sorry, Lorraine, I'm just gonna hang up on you when you call me from now on. But Dawn, you know we're on the same side here. But doesn't the other people have rights too?
The goal in our program is to keep these cats out of the shelter.
I understand that. And after 3 years of trying, if the person isn't following, did I not build a cat, what did I build?
You did, cat shelter.
A cat feeding station. You remember that, Rose?
Yes.
So, but at the same time, guys,
But if
how do we deal with,
We've had one complaint.
and so, but does that one
But do you
complaint,
understand
does she
how
not
it works?
deserve, our attention?
I'm not saying that at all.
Well, you are, because you're saying, because there's only one complaint.
But the answer is not removing these cats.
I think it's been 2.5 years.
It's still not the answer.
So can we trap more and neuter more?
And put them where?
More will come. I mean, it's a known fact, the vacuum effect. If you remove cats, more will come, especially to the lake and these areas where wildlife lives.
I'm not denying that.
I'm not here to talk about that.
Yeah,
I'm not here
but
to
you
talk
are.
about-
You are here, Dawn. You're here because
But-
there's a situation, we have a resident.
And we're trying to figure out how we can.
So all these volunteers, why don't they all show up at his house every day and help him to follow what the judge said? How to feed the animals properly, how
The way
to,
the ordinance reads, proper shelter, proper.
Yeah, does he have that?
He has all of that.
Yep.
Ms. Passio?
I will stand up and right there.
So
and-
here, you're gonna all get me in trouble. You're all gonna get me in trouble. The problem with what you guys are doing right now is you are conflating an issue between a resident and a government standard and an elected official and the actions of an elected official. We have a closed session after this meeting to talk about issues. What you're doing right now is not helping this issue at all. Not at all. The only thing you're telling me to do is to allow this person next door to have a complaint and ignore it. That's what you are. If we can get that complaint resolved, that's all I need, Dawn. I'll do whatever you ask me to do.
And we work on that every day.
I will do whatever you want to do. But to tell me that people have to deal with it, I don't accept that. I accept that people have opinions and they want to help animals, and I have opinions that people don't want to have those animals disturb their peace and welfare. They're allowed that. They're allowed quiet enjoyment. They are. That's like saying that the trash people, they don't feel like taking the trash out. They feel like doing it when they want to do it. We have to have some rules. We have to have some. If you have an issue with the animal control officer, I have no problem with that person has to justify why they're doing something. If you have a problem with the judge, everyone has the right to appeal in this country. You can appeal any decision. There's a whole process.
And we will.
Fine.
We will. But I just want you to know that going forward, you might as well do away with this. You might as well get rid of it because you won't have anybody that will come and trap in your town. You will be overrun. You think that one complaint, you will have so many complaints. It is kitten season now. There are so many cats that need to be trapped. We're fearful to even trap these cats or give you locations because of what could happen.
What can happen? When have we ever removed cats in this
You
town?
set a precedent.
When have we ever removed cats in this town?
You haven't yet.
See, now this is not fair again.
You haven't yet.
This isn't Vietnam. This isn't communism. This is, we have a complaint. I've been here for 18 years. It is completely unfair that you're thinking I'm going to change after 18 years. All I'm doing is treating everybody the same. Everyone the same.
For 15 years
And I've been supportive I've always been supportive.
Never, in all the towns that I've.
We have a unique situation there. How do we resolve it the best way possible? That's all we're looking for.
I guess we can.
I have a police department that is for 3 years dealing with this.
Even talk about it.
What's that?
We're just limited in what we can, say about pending enforcement matters. You can offer whatever opinion you'd like.
Yes, you can offer anything. That's why I asked you, if you want us to go pay for trapping and neutering, you can't come up until she's done speaking. All
She's part of her.
She can.
right, thank you, Dawn.
Hello.
Hi.
My name's Sarah Tharp. I actually live in County Firm, but I run Community Cat Club. We are the rescue group who primarily assists with the Community Cat program in Runnemede.
Wonderful.
Local towns. We've been doing this for over 5 years. My background is in animal sheltering, so I've seen firsthand the impact that these organizations and these ordinances themselves do. And I think that we're just here, obviously we're passionate about the cats. We are worried about what this precedent, would be if these cats are forced to be removed from their location, then what's gonna happen to all these other people who have one complaint about one cat colony? You know what I mean, where are those cats gonna go? The shelter?
No, I appreciate your concern, but I think I made it pretty clear that so we don't do things because one person complains. I really hope you understand that. No, I have a track record in this town that one complaint doesn't make us change rules, change laws, do things like that. We're very deliberate on how we do things, but once we have a rule, we're fine with changing it. You see us changing our trash ordinance tonight. But we have in my opinion, it's a unique situation. In 18 years, we've never had a situation that's gotten to this level. And what bothers me with this particular situation is, it's probably the first time in 18 years that a resident actually showed up in court over it. So we've never gotten this far. Most people, we've worked out with ourselves, with volunteerism and all that to resolve it. Why is this one case? Now, maybe it's a unique circumstance, and we're willing to work with anybody. Anybody who knows me knows I will help anybody out. But we have to at least, if your group can make this better and make the complaint go away, that would be awesome.
I mean, we can certainly try. I don't know if
Please.
it's possible in this situation. I do think that we would love to have a conversation about amending the ordinance.
Well, I don't know many of the ordinances so we have a complaint and we're going to change the ordinance.
Just to give you an example of why I'm saying that.
Okay.
Other townships do have where you have to have multiple complaints from multiple different households, and then that is a nuisance complaint. You can't just have one neighbor complaining about the cats.
I understand that.
That's not fair.
It's not fair. No.
So I do think.
But this is a unique situation.
Amending the ordinance to better protect the cats in the community. These are community cats.
Would you be willing to meet with the animal control officer? Because I know he wants to resolve this issue.
The confusion I'm having is animal control hasn't really been involved, it's the humane law officer.
I'm sorry, humane law officer. Would you be willing to meet with the humane law officer?
I would love to.
Because, and help him, because he wants this resolved more than anybody.
I would love to.
And that I would ask for all of you to meet with our humane law officer and see what we can all agree to. And I believe everybody on this council would do whatever we can to help.
Requested already, so I would definitely love it if we could make that happen.
Okay, I'll make it happen.
Thank you.
Okay. You gonna help me with that, Dan? Sure. Anybody else? Yeah.
Biggest Lancaster from Runnemede. I don't know the context of all the stuff you guys were just discussing.
Okay.
We moved here like 6 years ago, and the community cat club helped us with cats that were hanging out in our backyard and weren't fixed.
Understand.
They helped us catch the cats and get them fixed and released and keep from 100 more kittens being born and showing up. I think was a great service to us in the area.
No, it's been working phenomenally.
Yeah, so teen owner program's great.
Yes.
I don't know what else you guys are talking about.
Well, the only thing, like I said, pay your animal licensing, because we use that money. So make sure everyone who has an animal pays their license fee. It goes into the kitty, see that? And that's how we pay for all these things. But no, I'm glad it worked out.
Very good, thanks.
Great, thank you. Anyone else? Once again, this program does work. I used it when I first moved to Runnemede in 2000. Yes.
Yeah, I'm with him, I'm not really sure, what the complaint was with the judge, but Dawn has helped me. I used to feed 10 feral cats, but then 2 of them died, and now I'm still feeding 8 feral cats, and 3 of them I took them to the vet. I got them trapped, and I took them to the vet and paid for them. Then she helped me, there was a grant, and she helped me fix the rest of them. So if she didn't help me fix the rest of them, I would probably have 80 cats, in my yard. But
The program works.
yeah, so her program is what she does for the community is awesome.
Yeah.
But like I said with him, I'm not sure what the complaint is. So I don't know.
It's just, once again, the only thing I will ask everybody is, remember everyone's rights end at someone else's nose. So, your property line ends at, your property line. So we have to be neighborly, Dawn is my neighbor. She lives behind me. And I've had tree branches, and she knows me. I climb over the fence and grab the tree branches and bring them back onto my property. Because I think it's easier to be a good neighbor than it is to fight over those kind of things. But when neighbors, this job is all about neighbors fighting with neighbors. That's probably about 75% about what we do here. 90% is what the attorney was saying. 90% is just neighbors fighting about neighbors. Who lets cars, right? Trash, trees, cats, dogs, anything.
I just, like I said, I don't
Fence,
know, like, what the other,
rats.
whether the other neighbors.
Very long story.
Yeah, and that's the problem. It's been 3 years, and yeah, whatever you guys can do to support each other makes a huge difference.
I just wanted to say, like, she's awesome with, like, helping.
And we support the program
Can we
100%.
just get your name for our record,
My
please?
name's Amy.
Thanks, Amy. What's your last name, if you don't mind?
Ball.
Amy Ball, thank you.
I didn't run it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else? Okay, if there's no one else, we're going to close. Oh, please.
Sorry.
We walked in together.
Yes, we did. We know each other.
Yes.
I know Dan. Hi, my name is Carol Forge. I'm no longer a citizen of Runnemede, but I lived here for 40 years. Dawn has helped me with 13 cats that were loose in my neighborhood. I lived over by Downing, and we had 13 cats that were fixed. Some passed away of old age, some moved on, and now there's only 3 left. My neighbor and I took care of the cats. We had feeding shelters, and we had homes for them. We actually had dog houses in our yards for them. And now there's 3 left. But thanks to Dawn, there could have been 300 cats. And they were all over. I would really love to see Runnemede keep it, like, financial help for the team art group.
Yeah. The issue is not, we're not ending TNR, we're not doing anything. We just have one specific issue. We have one specific issue that we have to figure out how to resolve it. That's all we have to do is figure out this one issue. I understand the fear, and it sounds like it's fear, that if we do remove cats, it sets a precedent. I don't know that.
No, it will.
You know?
It will. Because they aren't going to, they won't live through it. The shelter is going to get overrun.
Well, the shelters are already overrun.
So they
Yeah.
survive, so they can live. But I don't want to get into it because I do know a little bit about what's going on. In the wooded area, you have fox, you have muskrats.
Yes.
You have geese, and cats do not go to the bathroom in the middle of the lawn. They don't, they hide it. They are afraid to be caught or hurt by a predator. So they don't go in the middle of the lawn. What's going in the middle of the lawn when you live in the woods is every wild animal.
Yeah. No, I understand.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Thank
All right. Anyone else? Oh, there we go. You came out. Might as well. I almost put a tie on.
Hi, my name is Susan, and I have 2 feral cats outside. They've been living with me for 8 years, and they're healthy. And to be honest with you, TNR works wonderful. And all these people here have taken a commitment and a responsibility of irresponsible owners that have dumped them, thrown them out, and it's not the cat's fault. And I understand what you're saying. I think I know who you're talking about, and I've tried talking to him quite a few times.
Whatever you can do to help.
I tried.
So have we.
And it's difficult.
Okay, we'll see what we can do.
That's a difficult situation.
No, the program's working. No one denies it.
I think I know who you're talking about, and I tried talking to him. I tried talking to his mother.
I think maybe somebody else then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's okay. We don't want to know any more complaints. No more complaints.
I know of somebody, and I'm not.
That's okay.
And I just-
If no one complains, it's fine. That's, you know, that's the beauty.
Give the address to Dawn, she'll take care of it.
No, Dawn knows about it. I'm not giving an address or
No,
anything,
no, no.
but I know
That's
there's a gentleman in town.
That's okay.
I know there's a gentleman in town who feeds several feral cats. The problem is, he will never fix them.
Okay. Well, we know the trap and neutering works, so thank you.
You know, his best work.
Okay, great. All right. All right, anyone else? Seeing no one else, is there a motion to close the public portion? Motion by Mr. Farrell, is there a second? Second by Mr. White, all in favor? Aye. Public portion is closed. Let me see, where are we at? Yeah, I'm not used to having a resolution at the bottom. So everyone, we're going to have a closed session, which we usually don't do that often. So let me just read the resolution and someone make a motion. We're more than likely going to leave this room and go to our conference room. Okay, so this way you can hang out here if you want. Resolution 2664 is a resolution authorizing the mayor and council of the Borough of Runnemede to conduct a closed session to discuss personnel and matters of attorney-client privilege. Would someone like to make a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Ms. Kelly, seconded by?
I'll second it.
Second by Mr. Shapiro. All in favor? Any opposed? All right, we're going to closed session.
So we're going to be approximately 1 hour in the closed session, and we are not taking any action following the closed session. We will simply be coming out here to adjourn the meeting, and that will be it.
Okay. Thank you. That's your mine.